You're listening to the Blissful Hiker podcast. I'm Allison Young, the solo, female, middle-aged, titanium-reinforced, long-distance backpacker, blissful hiker, sharing stories to inspire you to learn to hike your own hike. So last week, I got a beautiful comment from Arizona Sarah. She gives Blissful Hiker podcast 5 stars and says she's particularly inspired by the Arizona Trail episodes. But she did have a question. She is curious what an alley coop is. She said that Dr. Google has not offered any help. Well, Sarah, years ago, I held a contest to name my tent. And I got some really fun entries, including the Chrysalis, Das Blisskrieg, Serenity, Bryson's Nemesis, and also the She Shed. And the winner was the Alley Coop. It got the most votes. Alley for Allison and Coop, I guess, for a wee enclosure. The Alley Coop is the name of my tent. You can always share your thoughts on the podcast and even send a text through Apple Podcasts, and I might even feature you on the program. Yesterday, I led a small group of hikers on a walk through the forest. I chose this particular woodland for an early spring hike because it's here that thousands of wildflowers poke through a matted layer of last fall's cast-off leaves to carpet the forest floor in delicate color. In the short weeks before leaf out, as snowy cold gives way to verdant humidity, the sun is brighter and hotter, offering a brief window for plants to emerge, bloom, and fruit. Trillium, spring beauty, sharp-lobed hepatica, trout lily, and cutleaf toothwort are just a few of the flowers we saw putting on their Sunday best. They'll all live out an entire reproductive cycle before quickly dying back, their bulbs and rhizomes waiting in the dark underground to appear again next spring. This phenomenon of a short life above ground gives these woodland flowers their name, ephemerals. The word ephemeral comes from the Greek for lasting only one day. Fleeting, transitory, impermanent, there's a special power in things that are short-lived. It's like listening to a musical concert. Walking through ephemerals is experiential. No matter the number of photos we snapped, or superlatives that spilled from our mouths gaping in wonder and awe, it was impossible to hold these fragile living things within our grasp. We have a saying in the hiker world, be where your feet are. It's all about staying present in the moment and not dwelling too much on the past or worrying about the future. To be where your feet are quite literally encourages us to stay grounded. While our feet were on the move from one clump of flowers nodding in the breeze to the next, it occurred to me that these temporary lovelies act as reminders that all of life is in a constant state of flux. It wasn't as if we were doing anything productive besides walking and admiring, but these flowers seemed placed here for no other reason but to delight us. That's when life's plans and problems seemed very far away. They lost their luster and were less important than simply being here in the forest. Like ephemerals, we too are short-lived. The varied collection of moments like this that add up to a life will never be repeated in exactly the same way. Change and transitions are inevitable, not only for these flowers, but for us. That fact didn't make me sad or afraid yesterday. As I studied one tough trillium stalk spearing a crumpled oak leaf, I realized I can also be a tough stalk, pushing through hard times and reaching for the light. Or I can also be a showy flower in the groove of things. All of this a cycle that will repeat over and over until I too will retreat into the dark underground. But for now, it was an ephemeral moment, with ephemeral woodland flowers in the most ephemeral time of year, a mere week or two in early spring. How grateful I was to share it with friends. When you feel anxious, overwhelmed, stressed about the future, or regretting the past, look down at your feet and be where they are, right here with you in this wondrous moment. You can subscribe to Blissful Hiker wherever you get your podcasts. And please leave a review on Apple to help the show get discovered. There's more episodes, the blog, and pictures, also a way to contact me online at blissfulhiker.com. Until next time, my friends, kia kaha and happy trails.